In 1879, the Zulu army destroyed a British regiment. Not ambushed it, straight up destroyed it. 20,000 Zulu warriors annihilated over 1,300 British troops at Isolwanda. Professional soldiers with rifles and artillery, wiped out by men the British have already decided to be primitive savages. That's the story you were never really told, because hours later, 150 British soldiers held a supply depot called Rorke's Drift against a much larger Zulu force. They held, and that became the narrative. 11 Victoria Crosses, a major film, a monument to British heroism. Rorke's Drift was real. The courage was real. But the battle the British lost got buried in history. And the one they survived got immortalized. Empires don't memorialize their embarrassments. They bury them under something more useful. Sound familiar? 7 years later, different continent, Lakota and Cheyenne warriors destroyed Custer's 7th Cavalry at Little Bighorn. Another stunning victory by indigenous forces against a professional army. America turned Custer into a martyr, called it a massacre of the soldiers, and then used the loss to accelerate the campaign to finish what he started. 2 continents, 2 decades apart, 2 unrelated cultures. Same pattern though. When indigenous forces beat a colonial army, history doesn't call them brilliant tacticians. It calls them dangerous threats. The military achievement gets erased, the revenge narrative gets elevated. What gets buried is this. Shaka built the Zulu military into a professional fighting force in under a decade. Standardized weapons, age-based regiments, the bullhorn formation, which was a coordinated tactical envelope decided to fix, flank, and destroy. This is military doctrine. This is good generalship. The noise is that African military achievement was primitive and instinctive. The signal is that we only believe that because it's what colonialism needed us to believe. The Zulu didn't lose at Isolwanda. History just needed that to be the narrative. And so it also, like I was saying, relates to Little Bighorn as well. And so history is written by the victors, right? But let's not downplay the contributions of, some of these people in these wars that were maybe at a little bit of a disadvantage, the underdogs, the indigenous peoples, the smaller empires versus the Romans. Let's toast to their achievements too. I know they get buried in history, but I think it's worth remembering, those victories and understanding that about history as well.